Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at Telecasters. This is started off life as quite a basic Telecaster, and I've done a little bit of a mod to it, so stay tuned and we're going to look at that. Please take the time to like and subscribe our channel. We're doing some really cool stuff and it's all about guitars and inspiration. So I've had this Telecaster for 19 years now, and I've had this Telecaster for 20 years now, and it's a great guitar. I've never quite been happy with the pickups in it. So what I'm going to do in this video is a little bit of a pickup change. So we're looking at Artec pickups. They're big pole Alnico 5 magnet pickups. They're made in China and they cost around $30 to $40. They are not premium pickups, but they're a little bit of an improvement. What I would say is I have tried Seymour Duncan's and some of the high-end Fender stuff. That stuff is better and is worth the extra money. But these were a bit of an impulse buy, and I think in future I'll probably spend the money and get better quality pickups. But they sound good. They're just not super inspiring like a decent set of pickups can be. The other thing I did was I upgraded the selector here to a 5-way selector. So we're going to have a little look at that as well. So the 5-way selector concept is that you're going to have your 3-way Telecaster setup that you normally have, but then on top of that we've got a bright cap sort of deduction, so it kind of takes the brightness out, which is great if you use something like a Fender Deluxe Reverb, where sometimes it's a bit bright, or if you've got a Marshall amp that's, you know, likes to be cranked but you're running it low. And then it's got I think it's a series, it runs the pickups in series, so you get this kind of humbucker kind of sound, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you sort of how I did the modification, and then I'm going to show you the differences between them. So first of all, here's a bit on how I did the mod.
So it's quite an involved job. Essentially you have to start by taking the strings off. So yeah, there's me with the string winder, dropping those down. Look how fast I did it in. As I'm taking those, they don't have to come completely off, but from my experience, if you are going to do that, keep the strings separate from each other. You then have to undo the bridge and then undo your base plate and unsolder the pieces. You need screwdrivers basically to do this stuff. So you undo all of that. You can use pliers to undo your nuts on the actual pots, and you unscrew the bridge. Under my Telecaster there wasn't actually an earthing wire either to the bridge. That was quite interesting. So you have to access the plate where everything's housed. So that was the sort of the main piece. If you look on the left, what I found was I had to re-drill holes in the metal base plate to actually fit the new pots in, because they were imperial, and being a Fender Japan guitar, this was metric. So I'm taking some time to fit those. One of the other things that is in my cavity is it's been shielded using copper tape. You'll see that on the right hand side there. Copper tape causes all kinds of shorting problems, so my recommendation is to get rid of that stuff. So here's a little video of me just putting those pieces in. If you notice, I've got this little sheet on top of the guitar. That is a heat-proof mat. I use it for soldering on guitars. It's really useful. Got it from Amazon. There's a link in the there'll be a link there, an affiliate link. So yeah, I'm just mounting the plate now using the Bloodstone 5-way wiring kit. It's got some nice CTS pots on there, and it's all wired up, allegedly ready to go. Now I bought this second hand off eBay, and as a result I think somebody might have put it into their guitar and then took it out again, and what that meant was they'd wired it together to post out the wrong way. So I built the whole thing, and in the end I had to just rewire the jack connections right at the end. You can see that black piece of cable sticking out. That's the earth cable that's going to go under the bridge. And yeah, it's quite straightforward, this piece, this part of the job. Making sure you've got the switch the right way around is obviously a good place to start. Now, if you get that wrong, you can just spin it round, can't you? But the diagram that came with the kit was so easy to follow. You know, it was really straightforward, and you know, at the end I got quite a good result from that. So, but yeah, there's a little capacitor there that does makes that less bright cappy kind of, removes the bright cap kind of sound. That capacitor there is the way I could tell really easily which way round to put the thing, as it kind of linked to the diagram really well. So notes really, I'm 37, I'm too old to thread things, so do everything with your fingers first. If it works with your fingers, you're probably not going to cross thread it. So I had to kind of feel my way through that. I think what happened was the screws didn't fit in there either, so I think I had to go back and drill some additional sizes. I had to quickly try them. Look, you can see there that they weren't just fitting in, so again I had to get the drill, put a drill bit in, and make that hole just a little bit bigger. I think that's what I did, something like that anyway. Yeah, there's my drill bit. So it's very straightforward, drilling slightly larger sizes. You just got to be careful because it can be destructive. Now here I am just desoldering off the old harness. You see how little and flimsy those pots are. These are off the original one, little plastic ones. I have got some long tweezers, and in hindsight there was a moment when I was doing this where I could smell like burning like meat. It was my finger. Not really a burn that actually, you can just smell a bit of burning of skin. It wasn't really anything to kind of worry about, but or cause any kind of damage. But yeah, just be careful. Maybe use some tweezers if you're going to hold something like that, and use your fingers. But to be fair, I solder things quite a lot, so you know, it's all right. It was all good. So I'm just desoldering the pickups. I keep the rest of the harness together. After this point, it was time to put take the pickups out, measure out the spaces, and thread in the new pickups. So you can see there that was it's pretty much the easiest bit, is sort of like remounting pickups. If you use a drill, have it set so that it sort of stops pushing after a certain period of time. This, I'm just desoldering the base part of the base plate of the Tele bridge pickup. You have to disconnect the base plate from the cable to make the 5-way selector piece work. So that's quite important. It comes in the instructions, actually. There's like a little flap of information on there. So if you're going to do that, you've got to be prepared to do that. And I just melted off the additional solder and used that solder sucker to suck it back up before mounting it onto the bridge again. So this is where I'm trying to feed the earth cable through. So what I did was basically tape it. I pushed the bridge pickup cables through the cavity and then just taped it to those cables so that I could pull it back through. It's a nice little trick that you can use. It just makes things work really quick. So there we are. I'm just pushing it back through with them attached, and then I could solder that to the base plate. Solder the joints. There was about 4 joints on the pots and the selector, and then the telly was ready to rock and roll. Just put it back together, and there we go.
So after that, I'm just going to show you how it originally sounded. And then this is how it sounds using the 5-way selector. So I'm just going to start with the standard Telecaster kind of tones. This is in between. And here's your twangy bridge with the new pickups. Right, I'm going to show you the dark sound now. So the dark sound is just on position, it would be normally kind of position 4. That's with a tone up. And here is the humbucker emulator. Definitely drives the amp a lot more, but it's quite useful really. I was using it last night. I was doing my rhythm sort of stuff on the traditional, and then when it came to the solo, had all that sort of thick kind of humbuckery sound. So I found that has made the guitar super versatile, and again it was, you know, a simple kind of mod to do, albeit I had to kind of troubleshoot my way through some of the issues that happened. That can happen to anybody though. So I recommend it for bringing a new lease of life into your guitar if you haven't got that, or if you are craving that. But all in all, really cool. Try it out. Let us know in the comments if you have tried it out. Has it changed the vibe? Has it sort of brought back some of the love of that guitar? But let me know if not. Let me know if you think it's awful and it's ruined your guitar and you hate it. It'd be good to know. Please like and subscribe. We're on a great journey. At the moment we're nearly at 1,000 subs, and there will be a prize draw. So out of all our subscribers, there'll be a chance to win a pedal, which will be the Mosky Tie-Dye Drive. Thanks for watching. See you next time.